be doing a workshop for the Sacred Light Fellowship on August 14th, 28th, and September 4th. And it's called An Exploration of Embodying Divinity. God, love, sex, and the Kundalini. We are meant to embody the Spirit of God. Our bodies are a temple for the living God. And one thing that many human beings don't know is that our sexuality is meant to serve the purpose of opening us to be a temple for God's light. I want to just read to you a bit from one of my books, On Earth as It Is in Heaven, which talks about that very topic, which we're going to deal with in our workshop. Those 3 Saturdays, August 14th, 28th, and September 4th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So the Spirit of God says in this chapter, which is called God, Love, and Sexuality, the power of my love within you is what saves you from suffering and death. When I speak of death, I am not addressing only the physical death of your body, but death that comes to you in the suffering and struggle of your life. I am here, and I am real, and I dwell within you when you ask me to. Beloved sons and daughters, I am the love which gave you life. Now I must speak to you about sex. Sexuality is your essence. It is the essence of life. It is the essence of my energy. It is the essence of who I am and of who you are. Does this surprise you? One of the reasons why your physical body becomes ill and dies is because you do not know this. While you cannot help but feel your sexual energy, and it causes you to fall in love and couple and mate and seek out sexual expression and experience and orgasm, this is always done with an inner feeling that God does not approve. The inner feeling that God does not approve is sexual guilt. Your religions have carried this to the extreme, and so you live and experience struggle and some joy and fulfillment, and you die, and there's always the feeling and belief that sickness is an inevitable part of life. If you are receiving my light and freely expressing and releasing emotion, and you have unconditional love for yourself, including your physical body, you will not get sick. It will be impossible because you have eliminated the inner causes of sickness. There is nothing you ever experience that does not have a cause. Your sexuality is your essence. And if you have sexual guilt, which most of you do, you are having guilt over your essence. That guilt or lack of acceptance of your essence creates many painful things, including illness and the death of your physical body. Your body does not have to age and decay. It ages and decays because it is not receiving enough light. It is not receiving enough light because you don't love yourself deeply and fully enough to let me in. Please pause and breathe and take in my light. I said earlier that in order to maintain good health, you must allow yourself to experience orgasm frequently. The problem has been that most of you have had a feeling of guilt over the experience of orgasm. So therefore, the purpose of orgasm is defeated. Orgasm has several purposes. The first purpose is to give you pleasure. The second purpose is to increase the presence of the light within you, to increase my presence within you. The third is to increase the presence of the light within the universe itself. How do you feel about this? Really ask yourself. The increase of my presence within you will give you perfect health. Learn to love your body and your sexuality. Give yourself the experience of orgasm just as you give yourself the experience of my light through meditation. You must become accustomed to the experience of pleasure in order to have life. I'm teaching you how to have life and not what you had before, which was a mixture of life and death. I'm teaching you how to live in a way that you have never lived before. If you have any questions about this, go into meditation and ask, and I will answer you. So that comes from a chapter in On Earth as It Is in Heaven called God, Love, and Sexuality. And someone asked me, what page is it on? And it is on page 17. And now I'd like Leslie Brown to just speak to us for just a few moments about the workshop that is coming up. So Leslie, if you would unmute yourself and tell us what you want us to hear about our workshop.
This is an amazing workshop. Everything that Daniel said, we will cover. But one of the things that I think is most important that this workshop is going to uncover is our attitudes and our judgments and how they have affected our ability to connect with the divinity inside of us. And that's stuff that we don't know, like what's in the way. So we've been so conditioned. So we're going to look at conditioning. And then we're going to look at the other religions in the world that kind of allows for us to have this other side of ourselves. Our Kundalini, what is it? Is it the same as the Holy Spirit? How does it move? What does it do? All those things. So we have 3 sessions, and I think it's going to be amazing. Just off of what Daniel said, I'm like, hyped myself. Oh, okay, we're going to go. We're going to do this. So we're prepping it for you. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Leslie. And again, that's Saturday, August 14th, 28th, and September 4th. The cost is $100. That includes all 3 sessions. And if you're going to come, please register and pay your tuition by August 7th. And I'm going to turn off the